Welcome to part three of my book review for in one of the greatest businessmen to ever be in this world. I mean, he passed away in 1992, but he turned out to be one of my favorite entrepreneurs. God bless him. His name is Sam Walton, and this book is amazing. Sam Walton, Made in America, and he is the mastermind behind Walmart and Sam's Club. So this, again, he was just a tremendous businessman and how super unselfish he was and a very smart and intelligent leader. So I'm going to read you guys several stuff from chapter 15 called Thinking Small. I mean, I wish I could. I mean, there's just so many great things about this book that obviously I can't say everything here, but I'm gonna read you guys several parts that really stood out to me. I want you to promise that whenever you come within 10 feet of a customer, you will look him in the eye, greet him, and ask him if you can help him. Now I know some of you are just naturally shy and maybe don't want to bother folks. But if you but if you'll go along with me on this, it would, I'm sure, help you become a leader. It would help your personality develop. You would become more outgoing. And in time, you might become manager of that store. You might become a department manager. You might become a district manager or whatever you choose to be in the company. It will do wonders for you. I guarantee it. Now I want you to raise your right hand and remember what we say at Walmart, that a promise we make is a promise we keep. And I want you to repeat after me. From this day forward, I solemnly promise and declare that every time a customer comes within 10 feet of me, I will smile, look him in the eye, and greet him. So help me, Sam. You very, very, very rare see an entrepreneur deliver this kind of message to his employees. Jeff Bezos, who's one of my favorite entrepreneurs of all time, he learned a lot from Sam Walton in terms of being obsessed with customer service. He learned that from Sam Walton. And for those of us who are entrepreneurs and love business, these are the entrepreneurs that we have to study. We got to put customer first before anything else. To continue, in a section called Keep Your Ear to the Ground. I never view computers as anything more than necessary overhead. A computer is not and will never be a substitute for getting out in your stores and learning what's going on. In other words, a computer can tell you down to the dime what you've sold, but it can never tell you how much you could have sold. That's why we at Walmart are just absolute fanatics about our managers and buyers getting off their chairs here in Bentonville and getting out into those stores. And listen to this part. We have 12 airplanes, only one of them a jet. I'm proud to say in our hangars out at the Rogers, Arkansas airport, and that's why they're there. We stay in the air to keep our ear to the ground. And I'm gonna read you guys another part on the same page. And this is what Sam Walton also has to say. We've drummed into their heads the belief that they should come back with at least one idea that will pay for the trip. Then they gather with the senior management of the company, all of whom should also have been visiting stores earlier in the week if they expect to ask any intelligent questions or know the first thing about what's going on for our Friday morning merchandising meeting. When that meeting is over, every one of those regionals should be on the phone to the district managers who should be passing the word along to the store managers who will get the department managers to act on it right away. And to finish this content, he mentions about his favorite buyer program. My favorite buyer program is one called Eat What You Cook. Once a quarter, every buyer has to go out to a different store and act as a manager for a couple of days in the department he or she buys merchandise for. Our most famous technique for doing this is a textbook example of thinking small. We call it store within a store, and it's the simplest idea in the world. I'll leave it right there because, again, there's just so much I wish I could share with you guys. But again, if you're a person that loves studying the history and biographies of CEOs, entrepreneurs, this one should be on top of your list. Again, it's called Sam Walton, Made in America. You get to hear the story of Sam Walton. Um, what a tremendous businessman he was. And it took me a long time to learn about who Sam Walton was. But thanks to podcasts like Founders and, of course, YouTube channels like Business Stories, they they were godsends for me to learn and find out about who Sam Walton was as a man, as a husband, but mostly as a businessman. But yes, tremendous book. It's been an honor. I'm grateful and lucky to have this book in my library. And my review from 1 through 5, I give this book a 4.8 out of 5 stars. Again, I highly recommend it. Sam Walton, Made in America. So easy to hold on to, you know? San Francisco Chronicle had this to say about the book. A wise and inspiring autobiography, Walton tells his quietly fantastic story with conviction and makes no bones about his mistakes. And this is what Sam Waltman also had to say in his own words. It's a story about entrepreneurship and risk and hard work and knowing where you want to go and being willing to do what it takes to get there. And it's a story about believing in your idea, even when maybe some other folks don't, and about sticking to your guns. And yes, at the beginning, he had a lot of critics and haters and naysayers that didn't believe that he was able to have a successful business with Walmart. And boy, oh boy, did he prove so many people wrong. God bless Sam Walton, Walmart, they're all over the place, and it all began in Arkansas. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Again, I recommend this book, and I'll see you guys next week when I talk about a new book. So stay tuned for that one. Enjoy the rest of your 4th of July. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and may God bless each and every one of you. As like this baseball jersey says, thankful and grateful. I'm thankful and grateful to be an American, thankful and grateful to be living in the United States.